You think Zeke wanted to sterilize every alien? That's wrong. That was never the real plan. Euthanasia was the excuse, the mask. Zeke's true goal was far more personal, far more delusional, and far more dangerous. He wasn't trying to save the world, he was trying to rewrite his childhood. Everyone repeats it like gospel. Zeke wanted to end aliens by peaceful extinction, but that doesn't hold up. His logic is inconsistent, his methods contradict his stated goals, and his actions don't align with the outcome he claims to want. Euthanasia was the story he told, not the objective. Zeke wasn't shaped by ideology, he was shaped by one thing: a childhood built on betrayal. Grisha used him as a political tool. Dina reinforced the fantasy of alien restoration. The pressure crushed him. When Zeke turned his parents in, he didn't make a moral decision. He made a survival decision. From that moment on, Zeke's worldview froze at age 12. He wasn't seeking peace. He was seeking someone to validate the choice that destroyed his family. And who gave him that validation? Tom Saver. For the first time, Zeke met a man who didn't use him, didn't pressure him, and didn't demand greatness. Saver wasn't just a researcher, he was the replacement father who told Zeke the words he wanted to hear. None of this is your fault. That sentence became the foundation of Zeke's entire ideology. Euthanasia wasn't a plan, it was a therapy disguised as a strategy. Zeke wasn't trying to save aliens, he was trying to prove young Zeke had been right to turn in his parents. Aliens are suffering, Titans are a curse, ending our bloodline is mercy. These weren't conclusions. These were post hoc justifications, a lifelong attempt to prove childhood Zeke didn't destroy his family for nothing. Zeke wasn't saving the world, he was saving his own guilt. This is where the logic collapses. If Zeke genuinely believed aliens were cursed, dangerous, or doomed, why trust the Marley for decades? Why help them build Titans? And why preserve the very system that weaponized his people? Because the Euthanasia Plan wasn't meant to succeed. It was meant to validate his worldview. Zeke didn't need results, he needed approval. Zeke believed he was acting with perfect clarity, but he never realized he was trapped in the same loop Eren was. A loop created by forced memories, inherited trauma, and a childhood that defined every decision he ever made. Zeke didn't see the world, he saw a reconstruction of his past, projected onto everyone else. To him, every alien child was him, every parent was Grisha, every nation was a threat waiting to destroy another boy who couldn't carry the weight. Zeke didn't want to prevent suffering, he wanted to prevent his own suffering from repeating. That's why his logic always collapses when you apply it to anyone except himself. The Euthanasia Plan makes sense only if every parent is Grisha, every child is Zeke, and every memory feels like betrayal, and every solution must erase the source of pain instead of confronting it. Zeke's worldview wasn't universal, it was autobiographical. He wasn't solving a problem, he was reliving one. And that's the paradox, that Zeke believed he was thinking like a philosopher, but he was reacting like a wounded child. Zeke thought Eren would finally become the one thing he never had. Someone who understood him, someone who agreed with him, someone who confirmed his childhood choice. That's why Zeke risked everything to reach Eren. That's why he projected Big Brother fantasies onto him. Zeke didn't want partnership, he wanted emotional closure. He wanted Eren to say, "You were right all along." But Eren never believed in euthanasia. He let Zeke talk, let Zeke project, let Zeke feel safe. Then, in parts, Eren dismantled Zeke's entire identity in seconds. He showed him every memory he tried to escape. He forced him to relive the betrayal he had been rewriting. He proved Zeke's worldview was built on a lie. Zeke wasn't the mastermind, he was the manipulated one. So, what was Zeke's true plan? Not euthanasia, not liberation, and not peace either. Zeke wanted a world where his childhood mistake was justified. A world where aliens truly were doomed. A world where sterilizing them became the merciful choice. And a world where betraying Grisha was the correct decision. Zeke wanted reality to match the story he created to survive. He didn't want to end suffering, he wanted to end guilt. And that's why Zeke's final moment is tragic. He realizes Eren never validated him. Saver couldn't save him. Marley didn't care about him. And Ymir didn't need him. The Eldian race didn't want his plan. Zeke dies understanding the truth he avoided his entire life. His real goal was never peace. It was self-absolution. A child's fantasy stretched into an adult ideology. Zeke wasn't a strategist. He wasn't a savior. He wasn't a liberator. He was a boy trapped in a single moment of guilt, trying to rewrite the world into a place where his betrayal made sense. Euthanasia wasn't the plan. It was the excuse. Zeke's real goal was to heal a wound that never closed.